Well, it is a great honor for me to be here this evening, and I am grateful to Roger and Henry, to Mr. Cox, Mr. Latif, and to the Foreign Policy Association for this great honor, for this special moment for me. To be awarded this medal by a classmate, Henry Fernandez, and to be together this evening with such distinguished honorees, including a Hoya dad and Mario Gabelli, and a fellow alum, Paul Simpson. This is very special tonight. And to be honored by the Foreign Policy Association, this provides me with a chance to say thank you. I am one of those shaped by great decisions. As a young student at Georgetown, my framework was broadened and deepened by your annual publication. And my esteemed friend and colleague, and for 25 years, the Dean of the Walsh School of Foreign Service at Georgetown, Peter Crow, hosted on public television from 1989 to 2004 a series in partnership with the Foreign Policy Association. We established a digital archive of these programs to honor Peter in our library on campus. This recognition this evening is inextricable from my relationship to Georgetown University, the community that has been my home now for nearly 40 years. Much of my personal formation has taken place there. Georgetown is a community that has been committed to providing a context for the work of intercultural and interreligious understanding, for contributing to our understanding of our world, for preparing young people for their place in our world. In the building on our campus that houses our Walsh School of Foreign Service, the Intercultural Center, these words are written in the main entryway. They are the words of the distinguished Jesuit Pierre Teilhard de Chardin. They read, "The age of nations is past. The task before us now, if we would not perish, is to build the earth." It is in this spirit has guided Georgetown. The Walsh of our Walsh School of Foreign Service is another Jesuit, Edmund A. Walsh, one of the founders of the school in 1919. At the same time, just a year after the founding of the Foreign Policy Association, the school was conceived in the days following the devastation of the First World War to develop a new kind of public servant for a nation coming to terms with its new role in the world. The school anticipated the creation 5 years later of the Foreign Service of our Department of State. In his address at the founding of the school, Father Walsh captured the meaning of that moment. He said, "The awakened consciousness of essential human rights and their reciprocal obligations, together with the realization of the very definite lesson that the peoples of the world constitute one huge family whose interests are common and whose members are interdependent, has proved to be one of the most valuable byproducts of the world tragedy now happily ended." Well, we continue our work in this spirit today, seeking always to reimagine what it means for us to be authentic to our mission, ever true to our identity. The challenges we face today, the challenge we engage today, is to understand our responsibilities in a global context. This is a question that shapes the lives of each one of us this evening. Globalization is about connecting. We are connected to one another and to everyone else in our world in unprecedented ways. Consider, how is a park in Istanbul connected to an increase in bus fares in Rio? Are the clothes we are wearing, do they have an origin in a building in Bangladesh? Our young people are discovering how they can be connected politically. We as consumers are discovering that what we purchase goes beyond the store or site and that there are consequences to our acts. But how do we really understand the ways in which we are all connected? What are the responsibilities that come with this connectivity? On Tuesday, President Obama visited Georgetown. He delivered an address from the steps of our oldest building, Old North, a building dedicated by George Washington. It was 92 degrees in Washington. The president took off his jacket to deliver the lecture. He came to speak to our students about climate change. How do we understand the consequences of environmental choices we have made, even in good faith? This is the work we share, to truly understand connectivity. This is the work of our universities. We provide the place to work through these questions. This is the work of civil society, of those institutions that convene us and challenge us, those institutions that frame the questions that define our time. This is the work of enduring institutions. I am privileged to be living my life in one such institution and deeply honored to receive this award for Georgetown from another, from you, the Foreign Policy Association, an institution that for nearly a century contributes to the social and intellectual capital that holds us all together and ensures that together we can work toward the common good. It is a great honor for me to be here tonight. Thank you very much.